All espresso with like milk is good, but it does a great job. Tuni sent me over their E2 espresso machine for free, along with their color-matched brother here, the G1 grinder. I don't normally review a lot of these more entry-level espresso machines, but this one with its beautiful little steam wand with the red accent and the colors, it seemed like it punched a little bit above its weight, so I wanted to check it out. You have a lot of options when it comes to affordable entry-level espresso machines. But where I think the Tuni kind of punches above its weight is in two areas. It has what it's calling a dual boiler system, which I think they actually mean it's like a dual heating element system. Basically, you only find those in like the crown jewel of high-end espresso machines. But essentially what it boils down to is that you can now pull your shot of coffee and then almost immediately go straight into frothing your milk. Normally you have to wait. Even on higher end machines, they have a single heating element that you have to like do the shot and then wait quite a bit of time before you can actually froth the milk. The other big thing is they actually include a lot of accessories that are very expensive if you have to buy them separately from the machine. It comes with the milk frother, a very high quality oak and steel tamp with little ridges on it to make a nice beautiful puck. Also the portafilter is 58 millimeter. It provides like maybe a little bit more even disbursement of some of the coffee. Not something you necessarily taste, but when you hold it, it feels substantial versus the other ones. It comes with your standard dual wall filter, which is what you'll find on machines like this. Dual wall just makes the pressure more even. It's less exacting on the grind you need, which is great when you're starting out. You should definitely do that. But when you want to get a little more advanced, they also come with the single wall filters, which is what you will find in higher end espresso machines. So you get the dual, so you can do 2 shots out of this bigger one, and this 11 to 12 gram one is your single shot. For the frother, in addition to the single spout, they actually have the dual spout, which I kind of prefer for frothing coffee, just personal preference. Also a nice thing about the G1 grinder here is that it's pretty much made to hold your portafilter, and you just tap the buttons and it'll just do your coffee through that little spout. It's great. Danny, let's make a shot of coffee. Okay, let's go. First, I'm gonna choose my dual wall. We're just gonna keep it simple today. You just put that inside of there. I'm gonna kind of eyeball the beans here. I have this set on 8 seconds, which it'll go up to 8 seconds. You really don't need that. You just stop on and off. So I'm just gonna tamp this. Give it a nice little rotation. It makes that beautiful pattern on there, which delights my OCD-ness very much so. You just stick it in here. You gotta make sure it's rotated all the way, otherwise you're gonna have a horrible day where it just spews angry hot coffee everywhere. All you've gotta do is you can hit coffee here and it'll make a dual shot. You can also use manual mode if you just want it to go a little bit longer. I had to turn it back on. Okay, I forgot to mention this. When you plug this machine in, you do have to press that power button for it to get to heat up. It'll take about 2 minutes. If you're waking up early in the morning, that's something you're gonna wanna remember to do. There's no way to like auto on it in the morning. You literally have to push that button to get it to heat up. All right, here we go. Let's do the shot. Juicy, juicy coffee. It also does a little pre-infusion, so like the first spit of water is just gonna be non-pressurized to get the beans saturated. As you can see here, we've got the coffee coming out, a little bit of crema coming out. It kind of aerates it a little bit. Like I said, it's not a 3-way pressure valve, so it's not gonna stop instantly. You sometimes have to stop the coffee a little bit more if you don't want those unpressurized droplets going in there, but that's a beautiful, beautiful little cup there. And I'm actually using decaf beans for this test, because otherwise my anxiety would go through the roof, because I'd be doing this all day. This is how I do it. I only fill it up like maybe 1/8 of the way. Oh, I'm not gonna cry about it though, because I'm not a baby. Make sure you use super cold milk. It froths and it heats up a lot more consistent and better that way. The other thing you're gonna do is I do it to temperature on my hand. Once it's too hot to hold this cup for more than a second, I know it's done. The other thing is with the frother, you just wanna keep it in there at just the tip of the milk until it makes like a tearing paper noise. That's pretty much it. That's that tearing paper noise you want to hear. I've used much more expensive frothers. This one's just fine. It's getting pretty hot there, but I want to keep going a little bit. I like it a little extra hot on my milk. Okay, that's hot. That's done. Whew. You also always want to have a rag ready to wipe that, so I kind of screwed up on that, but all right, here you go. You want to tap your milk and let it settle, and then you want to just do a nice long stretch at the milk here. Let it stretch. I don't really know what that means. You're gonna let the liquidy milk come out and then you can do your design on the top. I don't really know how to do designs. We'll do a little dainty blob. Look at that little blob. You could have this every morning with this machine and this grinder. This delicious, delicious coffee. It's really good. Holy crap, that's good. All espresso with like milk is good, but it does a great job. If you are looking for like an entry machine that punches a little bit above its weight for a pretty approachable price point, the E2 and the G1 here, like, it's a very good machine for what it is. Like, to get much better than this, you really have to step into machine grade espresso, which is going to cost quite a bit more. It will produce a more professional result, but like, for entry level and learning purposes and small countertop space, by the way, like, this is a great machine. So it gets a thumbs up from me. Thank you so much, Tuni, for sending it to me. I will enjoy this in my kitchen. And if you're ever in my neighborhood, let's do coffee. But kind of what differentiates the Tuni E2 is this thing of things that I wrote down here that I'm gonna look at now. They also provide a single and double shot. I guess you have to have fingernails for this. Yes. Science wins.